The hits. Playing all the hits. C1035.
Okay, we're backstage at Veld 2016. We have a special guest, one half of Yellow Claw, Nils.
That's correct.
What's up?
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad you could come by. We have a lot of stars that are coming by the Veld Music Festival this weekend. Your first time here, I believe, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm super curious.
It's weird, right? I mean, it's set up in the middle of a park on an Air Force base north of Toronto.
And it looks huge.
It is huge.
It's absolutely massive. You have thousands of fans waiting out there for you. You've worked with so many different artists. I wanted to ask you, you've teamed up more recently, I guess, with Ty Dolla $ign and Tyga. What do you who would you love to work with next? Do you know? Are you working on any collaborations? Can you give us anything?
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Nah,
we're actually working on our second album. The first single of that second album just dropped. It's called Invitation, and on that song we worked with a girl who's not so popular yet, really starting out. Actually, was his first song she ever recorded with us.
Okay.
But as for new collaborations, I'm a big fan of all the new stuff, all the stuff Ray Schremer is dropping. I would love to get in studio with those guys, for instance. It's super cool.
Okay, so when people see this, it will be after your set, but right now we're talking before you go on stage. What's the prep like before you walk up there in front of 50,000 people?
It's like...
Do you have a few drinks?
Maybe one.
Is that trailer loaded?
It's actually not loaded. Maybe sometimes I do a glass of champagne, something, to get a little bit into the mood. But for most of the time I just work on the set, make some last preparations. For instance, we're in Toronto, so
Do you actually research Toronto and find out what's big in Canada
but
right now?
I have to put some Drake on the USBs, of course.
Okay, there you go. So
Yeah,
we're getting a little sneak peek. I like it.
Of course.
Now, for all the DJs who are watching or listening to this, let's talk a little technical.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you prefer to play on?
Absolutely CDJs.
CDJs?
Yeah. I started out mixing and DJing with vinyl, of course, but I switched years and years ago.
USB, Serato.
Always USBs.
Really?
Yeah. I recently on Tomorrowland, I had a conversation with Mustard, and he was like, "Dude, you didn't even work with a laptop on stage. It must be so freeing." I said, "Yo, try it and go for it because it's the best."
Okay, so you go on stage, you look at the crowd, you're in Canada, you already said you're going to play some Drake, which is good. When you're on stage and you see the crowd reacting to something specific, do you like to keep that going or do you like to vary the set and change the tempo?
It's for 50% I know what I want to do, and for the other 50% I like to read the crowd. Absolutely, that's why you're a DJ, and that's why it's not that's the difference between being a DJ and performing a live set.
And I know as a radio station, we get asked a lot, how do you get started as a DJ? Do you have advice that you give people? Because I'm sure you get asked all the time. I mean, you're on the cover of magazines and you're doing
DJ
things
Mag
huge.
right now.
A DJ Mag right now, all over the world. So is there something specific that someone should do if they want to make it as big as you guys are?
I actually just started out, I really wanted a DJ. I sold my scooter when I was 16 to buy my first turntables. Started DJing a lot, and after 5 or 6 years I was I want to make my own songs. And then after a couple of years I got that going on, and so I think it's just if you have the passion for the music, on what level whatsoever, you like to sing, you like to produce beats, you like to DJ, that's your starting point.
Yeah, keep doing your thing. Just
Absolutely.
Keep at it. Yeah.
So Tomorrowland obviously was huge, 100,000 people. Veld, at least 50,000, over 100,000 by the time the weekend is done.
Oh, damn.
You're going to Lollapalooza. You ever been there, by the way?
No, this is the first time. I heard all the stories.
All right.
You're in for a party.
Super excited about that one.
Do you prefer the big festival or do you like the intimate club show?
They're both really cool in a different way, but I'm kind of spoiled, so I like the big ass crowds. I can't lie.
That's what you're gonna get today, buddy. That's what you're gonna get today.
Okay, what should we watch out for next from Yellow Claw?
New music, and I think a lot of people still didn't listen to Invitation, so they should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over 100,000 streams, by the way, on the last one. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, in my room.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy big numbers.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see you on stage. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.